I'm a human and I just want to be treated like a normal person for once. I know what I did was a horrible mistake, but everyone deserves a second chance. Like, why else do you think I post so much? It's because I have no friends, no life, and I've had no friends for the last 3 years, and now the whole world is making fun of me for it. Try to put yourself in my shoes. None of you would be able to handle the hate that I get every single day. The world literally looks at me like I'm some evil monster and a psychopath. Like, I don't even know if I can take this anymore.
Brooke Monk is smack in the middle of one of the creepiest controversies on TikTok right now, and somehow it's not even trending like it should be. Imagine someone not just copying your TikToks, but your outfits, your friends, your boyfriend, even the ice bucket challenge you did a decade ago. Totally normal internet behavior, right? But this isn't a funny parody or some trend-jacking moment. It's gotten really weird. And if you're not up to speed yet, buckle in. Because what started as a few similarities has turned into a full-blown identity theft arc.
You're copying Brooke. You're copying Brooke. You're copying Brooke. Shut up.
Let's talk about Natalie Reynolds, aka the internet's worst case of inspiration. So, first, a little context. Brooke Monk is a massively popular TikTok creator, known for her clean, relatable content, lip-sync videos, and those skits with her boyfriend that hit just the right note of Gen Z humor. She has millions of followers. And unlike a lot of other creators, she doesn't chase drama. No brand beefs, no Twitter meltdowns, just content that works. That's probably why she stands out. Now, you might think being drama-free would keep you off the radar. But on the internet, that just makes you a bigger target. When your personal brand is based on being unproblematic, someone will absolutely try to ride your wave. And that brings us to Natalie Reynolds, a creator who, let's just say, didn't get the memo on boundaries. Now, Natalie Reynolds isn't your average hater. She didn't just stitch one of Brooke's videos with some half-baked roast and move on. Nah, Natalie decided that Brooke's entire aesthetic, vibe, and literal social circle were up for grabs. You know that Spider-Man meme where they point at each other? Imagine that, but one Spider-Man is cosplaying the other down to their DNA.
That man's an imposter! That man is the imposter!
The wild part, Natalie denies it all.
I have been served a cease and desist from a popular creator on this app. This creator is trying to claim that I am plagiarizing their videos and harassing them online, which I have never done in my life. I don't copy anyone, all I do is follow trends, which is what TikTok is. So what the fuck is this?
In fact, she tries to flip it around. Right, because when you recreate someone else's videos shot for shot and then add their boyfriend to the frame, clearly they're the one obsessed. That's how logic works now. But seriously, the behavior goes past cringe and into full-on obsession territory. It wasn't just a lookalike situation or TikTok trend imitation. Natalie copied Brooke's poses, her tone, her video setup, even her friends. And then she dragged Brooke's boyfriend into it too, making things really uncomfortable. Let's break down the receipts, because this isn't a case of, they both wore a black tank top. We're talking full-on mimic mode. First, Natalie starts posting TikToks in identical outfits as Brooke. Same hairstyles, same accessories, same settings. Then she begins mimicking Brooke's signature skits, like the I trust my girlfriend trend, not just inspired by it. Even worse, in one of the eeriest moves of all, Natalie includes background props in her videos that match Brooke's content, including photos of Brooke's actual boyfriend. She began to do very, very strange things to kind of mock Brooke's appearance. Even had photos of Brooke's boyfriend in the background. It doesn't stop there. She later posted a parody of the classic ice bucket challenge, name-dropping Brooke in the caption as if they were longtime collaborators.
I'm Natalie Reynolds, and I was nominated by Brooke Monk to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and I nominate every single person watching this video, so send this to a friend. You have exactly 24 hours or else. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. That trend was already on life support, and she somehow resuscitated it, just to mock Brooke. At this point, it starts feeling less like content creation and more like an elaborate LARP session where Natalie believes she is Brooke Monk. The attention to detail? A little too much. And what makes it weirder is that all this imitation didn't feel satirical. It wasn't a comedy bit. It was delivered in deadpan, serious tone, as if Natalie really believed she was just being herself. I mean, if copying is flattery, this was a love letter written in invisible ink and desperation. At this point, it was no longer about similarities or coincidences. Natalie Reynolds had upgraded from internet user to Brooke Monk speedrunner. Except the objective wasn't speed, it was cringe. And she was winning. She didn't just copy Brooke's style or videos, she started parroting full skits with zero original twist. The "I trust my girlfriend" bit, Natalie recreated it beat for beat, wearing almost the exact same outfit, with her own boyfriend filling in for Brooks. Not even a wink to the camera. No ironic twist. Just a straight-up duplication. This clip doesn't just show mimicry, it screams obsession. The reference to the Ice Bucket Challenge, which hasn't been relevant since about 2014, was bizarre enough. But adding Brooke's name like they're besties? That crosses the line from trolling to delusion. It's as if Natalie wasn't trying to parody Brooke. She was trying to become her. She even started referencing Brooke's friends and background details, subtly sprinkling in elements from Brooke's real-life environment into her own content. It got to a point where people weren't even sure if they were watching a joke or a copy-paste fever dream. This is where things start shifting from internet weirdness into the kind of creepy territory that makes you check your locks. This isn't just about gaining followers anymore. It starts to feel like the digital version of single white female. So why do all this? Why go full cosplay mode as another creator? Clout, baby. Rage bait is the algorithm's guilty pleasure, and Natalie is playing it like a pro. You see, this wasn't just some confused fan moment. It was calculated chaos. She's become somebody through it. She's gotten so much attention, but recently, that attention has weed off. Natalie knows exactly what she's doing. This isn't an identity crisis, it's a strategy. Rage clicks are currency now. Stir up just enough outrage to get duets, stitches, and reactions from big creators. Boom, you're viral. You don't even need talent, just the ability to annoy people effectively. Think about it. She piggybacked off Brooke's name, style, and followers to build her own profile. It's like trying to speedrun a TikTok career using someone else's save file. And while some viewers caught on and called it out, others bought into the drama like it was WWE. Because on TikTok, even being hated is good for engagement. She basically turned Brooke into her marketing strategy. No press is bad press when the internet rewards chaos. It's like she took notes from every villain arc and said, yes, but make it fashion. Here's the kicker. Brooke hasn't publicly responded. Not one duet, not one TikTok, not even a sarcastic "who" in the comments. Just vibes and uploads like nothing ever happened. And honestly, that might be the most powerful move of all. Because Natalie's entire strategy relied on Brooke giving her attention. But when your whole brand is built on trolling someone and that someone acts like you don't exist, that's a checkmate. Brooke doesn't need the attention. She's probably annoyed, but realizes it'll die out. It's like being in a screaming match with someone who just puts on noise-canceling headphones and walks away. Brooke's silence basically dried up Natalie's drama-fueled content pipeline. And meanwhile, Brooke kept growing, brand safe and unbothered. Sometimes the best way to win an internet fight is to not show up. And in this case, that silent treatment spoke louder than any clapback could. So, what did we learn here? Well, apparently, copying someone's life down to their boyfriend's haircut can get you views. But it won't get you respect. Natalie Reynolds turned imitation into a business model. And somehow, she still has fans. Like, actual fan edits. Because of course she does. The internet is not a real place. And what's even more ironic, the more Natalie tried to become Brooke, the more she reminded people why they liked the original Brooke in the first place. You can clone the format, but not the energy. So, next time you see a weirdly familiar TikTok on your FYP, just ask yourself, are you watching the original or someone playing Brooke Monk on TikTok hard mode? If this is how TikTok clout works now, I might just start copying creators too. Anyone got a ring light and a spare boyfriend I can borrow?